We'll see how much you are born ready for it then.
Your face was born ready.
Right off the bat.
Wait, does
right
that
off
count
the
as a
bat?
compliment?
Wait, you didn't even wait.
I guess that counts as a compliment, to be honest, because if your face didn't, if it wasn't born ready, then it would be just a skull.
Can we just go from this point on?
You're welcome, Tyler.
Continue.
You're welcome.
Alrighty then.
Yeah. Luis, you started that off poorly.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did. You couldn't wait. I could imagine you just shaking, ready to do, like, your face is a thing joke. Fucking idiot.
I think I might be mistaken, but I might have started the last podcast like that, too.
Exactly.
Should we do a stupidity alarm or something? Every time he says something stupid?
It'll
go off way too
so
often.
Tired.
I think we just need a Lewis alarm. And, you know, considering we've got an admin here from Rooster Speak that can move you, you know,
Yes.
I think anytime Luis says something really stupid, he should be moved out of the channel. It would be funny.
Yeah, that would totally work.
put in
Like,
timeout.
let's remove the host.
Yeah, let's. Anyway,
Well,
I'm
literally
ready.
all we need
I think
to
that's
do
actually
is-
how Clue goes. You kill the host, and then you have to figure out who killed the host. Except in this case, I'm the only one who can kill the host. It's a really short game of Clue.
Are you Colonel Mustard?
I'm
done
just.
I am Professor Plum.
I'm going to be turning a blind eye. I wouldn't mind if the host get killed.
No matter what, Luis is Mr. Body. So we gotta
So-
get this shiz
I feel threatened.
started.
Okay, yeah.
I just love
We-
how
we
we,
know you're
all
threatened by
waited
my
at the same time for
masculinity,
Luis to get it going. Sorry,
Alright,
TJ, I spoke over you.
Tyler, TJ, please calm yourselves. 3, 2, 1. Hello, everyone.
Wow.
Good job.
Shit. Okay, again. 3, 2, 1. Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Shifty Q podcast. I'm Luis, aka SpartanSloth, and today we have.
I'm Commander Shepard, and this is my favorite store in the Citadel.
I'm Tyler, and I hope that Luis knows that I'm not editing that out.
I know that. I know that.
I'm DaCuban, and I run things around here. This is my town. I'm the sheriff.
I am Lucifer, bringer of light and knowledge to all humanity, also known as Sonny88p.
This town ain't big enough for two of us, Lucifer.
Wait, I've never understood that, you know, with the story behind Lucifer.
Well, it's basically the same story as Prometheus.
Yeah, I was gonna say that.
Doesn't he give, like, knowledge to humans or something, and then he's, like, the big bad guy?
Well, the thing is, in Greek mythology, the big bad god is known to be someone who fucks around a lot and is not really the really good one.
Oh,
While
Luis.
in Christian mythology, Christianity,
Cheers, Tyler.
God is the epitome of all that is good, and that's why we say Lucifer is bad and Prometheus is basically good.
Nah, it's a shit film. Sorry, it's
Because,
too easy.
like, Prometheus, he stole light from Olympus and gave it to humans. And
No,
they're
Prometheus
like,
stole fire.
Fire,
Well,
light,
fire,
and knowledge.
light,
It's
yeah,
all
I mean-
the same thing in the symbolism.
It's all a metaphor.
Yeah, I mean, light and fire, it's like, oh, you know, it's the same deal, kind of, but okay, yeah, I get the point, TJ. But yeah, so then they say, like, Prometheus, you son of a bitch. Shit goes down.
Yeah.
Prometheus, you stupid asshole.
I would love that written into some script somewhere, you know?
Have you
And
guys heard
Lucifer.
about the punishment that Prometheus had to endure because of that?
He
Wait,
got
yeah.
chained up to a rock,
Yeah.
and Raven pecks out one of his organs every day.
His
Yeah,
liver,
and then
yes.
regrows over the night.
And then I think Hercules rescued him. Was it Hercules?
I think so.
Yeah.
I think Hercules killed the bird, but it kind of was redundant because they just gave him a new bird.
Yeah.
Oh darn, the bird's dead. Okay, go
Oh,
find
looks like
another
Hercules
one.
killed one of the birds. Time to
No,
give you
I
a
think-
bigger, scarier bird.
I
Maybe
think
that's
Hercules
what happened
did
to the
like
dodos.
remove him from the rock he was chained to, but then just like okay.
Maybe it was the dodo that was pecking at him, and they just kept, replacing the dodos, and eventually they started running out.
Maybe Prometheus was just talking to the bird every night because he got lonely.
Yeah, as his organs were getting fucked up. Yeah.
Maybe he liked it.
I don't think
No.
anyone would like it.
Well, at
Well,
night his organs were
you're-
regrowing.
yeah, you're chained to a rock for many, many years. You're going to get a little twisted.
And pecked at, and
Wink.
yeah. Yeah.
But then there was the other part where the gods sent Pandora, and allegedly she was super hot, and then she had a box, and then it was like they opened the box and all shit came out, and then
The
it
way-
closed when
Wait.
poop was coming out. It was just a shit show.
Shit,
Pandora's
shit,
hot
shit.
box?
The thing you need to understand. I accidentally double-clicked the wrong channel. That's embarrassing.
Whoops.
I was trying to send a comic to Dan. Dan is Noblesteed. He is one of the other admins. He's also the sheriff in this town.
No, I don't.
The thing you need to understand.
I shot sheriff, but
But
I did not shoot the
deputy.
deputy. Didn't do it. Didn't do it.
Don't
Yeah.
sing Sonny, please. Oh my
The,
god.
The thing you need to understand about Greek mythology is the gods are dicks. They're all just horrible people. Like, it's like if you made Seinfeld and Kramer and Elaine and George all powerful, and then you made them really powerful, and then you gave them the It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia cast as a secondary tier of gods. That's how Greek mythology works.
That is such a good explanation.
Everyone's terrible, and it's a show about nothing.
But
And
wait,
no one ever learns any lessons.
I think there is like less than a handful of gods or okay, yeah, this one is solid. Wasn't there? I may be totally mistaken though. I think at some point they all did something really fucked up.
The god
Yeah,
of Seinfeld?
And honestly, it can depend on like the story, because there are a bunch of different stories. Like Medusa,
mean-
for example. Like there are 3 different stories of Medusa. 2 of them are like Medusa's a bitch, and she's like, acting like a bitch. But one of them is Poseidon rapes Medusa, and then it was either Athena or Aphrodite came down, and she was like, "Oh, you're my priestess. You're supposed to be a virgin, but you aren't anymore. So I'm going to turn you into this giant snake monster for not being a virgin anymore." Even though she got raped.
Whoa.
Again, I follow along with the note that the gods are assholes. There is few redeeming qualities to them, except for Hermes. He runs really fast and has little shoes with wings on him. It's pretty cool. I'm all about
Gotta
that.
go fast.
All about that. He's the Sonic the Hedgehog of gods.
Gotta go beast.
Gotta go fast.
Looking at Hades, you're too slow.
He's
No,
the
the gods
shadow.
The gods are tools. There's very
I
few like
think-
mythology where the gods are not tools. Like what's his name? Odin in Norse mythology. When he wakes up, the world ends. So
Yeah.
he's a tool.
Dick move.
Humans are just dragging away his alarm clock every morning. It's like, don't wake him up.
Thor
I-
brings in a new
yeah,
one, and Loki just throws it against the wall.
I think only Athena was like the more solid of them, but then again,
Wait,
there's even like
Athena?
the story of Arachne, which is supposed to be like the origin of spiders or some shit. Like there was this chick who was really good at making tapestry, and then people were like, "Oh, she's better than Athena," and then Athena was all like, "Bitch, what?" And so she challenged her to a duel, and Arachne was gonna win, so Athena just turned her into a spider. She was like, "Okay, you like tapestry? You're gonna make tapestry for the rest of your life, bitch." And so yeah, that was kind of thuggish.
I love the plot twists of some of their stories. Like, if she was getting her ass kicked and that, why didn't she do that from the beginning? Like
Yeah,
before the fight
YOLO.
even started.
Because of the plot, Tyler, it's not like if they're ever gonna make a movie about that, it can't be a movie of 2 minutes. Like, oh, that bitch is better than me. I'm a fuck her shit up. No,
It
you
just
gotta have
seems-
the whole development. Like, oh, she thinks she's the best, but I'm gonna show her. And then there's a musical part to it, And if Lindsay Lohan wasn't all fucked up in drugs, then she would probably be part of the role like Mean Girls movie or whatever. And so there's
Jesus,
a whole
Luis, you think
thing,
about this too much.
and
Yeah.
then there's the plot twist and the end.
But
Tyler, you gotta know how to conquer the audience, please.
I was just gonna say, like, with the whole, like, with the fight between them and that, it seems like an arse pull, you know, where it's just like, you know, what's one thing that would stop her? I don't know, fucking turn her into a spider, I guess. You know, they could have done anything. You know, I don't know. Sorry, I'm over-analyzing a story in Greek mythology, for crying out loud. What am I doing?
A class I literally took last semester of college was literally, that's all we did was analyze stories. That's entirely what the class was about. We analyzed Greek mythology, like Shakespeare, stuff like that.
That would be interesting. Some Shakespeare stuff.
Do you guys
Yeah, it
ever
was-
stop to wonder how funny Shakespeare's name is?
Yes, Luis, but
Like you get a spear and
we-
you shake it.
It's like
We
instead of a
don't
shake
have-
weight, it's a spear.
we don't have like the immature humor of a fucking 2-year-old,
Oh, your
Luis.
face is immature.
See what I mean? Cuban, you can do whatever you want with Luis.
All right, all right, all right, all right, all right.
Oh, God.
Hey, buy me coffee for it, Jesus.
You make a your face joke, you go in the grinder.
You're going in the prison of elders.
Yeah, well, you see, we over the last few months, I don't know if you've heard of this. It's a little game called Destiny, and we've all been playing it religiously. So we renamed the prison, which is a channel on TeamSpeak that we use for putting people in that are being loud or have their mics being all wonky or just being douchey. We have rarely ever used it. We only ever used it to jail people who are drunk. That's the only time we ever used the prison.
So that's why you renamed it.
We renamed it the Prison of Elders because that's a thing in the Destiny DLC that came out. And
now
basically
it rings
all
a
of the
bell.
admins play Destiny, so no one was going to contest the fact that we called it the Prison of Elders.
Wasn't it called something of the Gulag before or something?
No, so we made 2 dummy server groups for Dan and I, so we can say we're in the Gulag.
Oh. Oh, that's your
But they-
icon. Yeah.
Yeah, that's one of my icons. They function exactly the same as the jail group, except I'm an admin, so I can't actually be jailed. Unlimited power.
I remember there was a server a very long time ago. Well, no, it was your server. Sorry, my mind's got mixed up. Back in the history of the Rooster Speak server, you could send me to jail and I could get out of it without any issues.
Yeah,
like
that was
weird.
You know, we had a lot of issues with the we had some issues with server groups for a little while. They didn't how do you say work
Yeah,
at all?
I remember,
that was
like, I
the
said to, I think it was either Warpeck or, I think it was her, yeah, I was just like, well, can you send me to jail to see if it works? They moved me to it, and I just came back, and I was like, well, that's ineffective. Admins used jail, it was ineffective.
Have you? I don't. You guys probably haven't seen it, but there was like this kind of older Western movie. Some guy comes into town, becomes the new sheriff, and the town doesn't even have a jail cell. So what he does is he just finds he has this room with jail cells with no bars on them. He just paints a line, and he just like splatters blood on it, and he puts somebody in jail. And he's like, "What happens if I walk over the line?" And he looks at the red paint, and he's like, "Look at what happened to the last guy who did it." It's like purely just a scare tactic.
Nice.
I mean, like, that would work for maybe that day, but even I would, just risk it at night, wouldn't you? That's
I
good.
feel like I'd be a little adventurous and venture into the great unknown.
Yeah. Especially after a day.
Yeah. It was also a comedy movie, so obviously
well.
not everybody's going to be completely in their faculties.
That's true.
That's a way of putting it.
Maybe for something like that, if the jail ever stops working, just like put all the drunk people in one channel, and then if anybody actually acts like a dick, just put him in the channel with all the drunk people.
You would need to hire people to be like constantly drunk to be on the server.
I don't feel like
Paid to
that's a
get
real
drunk.
problem. I don't feel like I would have difficulty finding an individual who was constantly drunk.
For most, that would be a dream
I will
job.
pay you to take shots of tequila every 30 minutes.
I mean, I could literally approach like Shraver or Noobs or Dan or Michelle or anyone, and I would just be like, "Hey, do you want $50 to be drunk? I will supply the alcohol." And I feel like Shraver would start taking his shirt off already and be like, "Just do it, just do it."
Yeah, Shraver drops all of his plans and it's
Yeah.
like, "Yep."
Yeah, no, all of his plans for that day are gone because he's gonna get real fucking shit faced.
Any reason.
Yeah.
Mm.
So
But
have you
speaking
all
of-
heard? Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Now go on.
I say, have you all heard about Reddit and all that stuff that's on there?
Yeah.
Yeah, did we
The
cover
Veronica,
that?
or what's her name? Is it
Uh,
Veronica?
It's Veronica is the one who got fired, but yesterday's news was big stuff.
Oh yeah,
Ellen
the
Powell got fired.
the
Alan Powell
CEO
stepped down.
resigned.
Yeah, Alan Powell stepped down. That's
Mhm.
pretty substantial. The new CEO of Reddit is doing an AMA right now, actually.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I was looking at that, and people really hate her. People really hate Ellen Powell.
Oh yeah, not. I wonder what the new person must be feeling. You know, like,
Oh, he used to be
Normally-
a CEO, and now
normally
He
he's
has very
back
big
in
shoes
the
to
He
not
was the
fill.
previous Reddit CEO, yeah,
Yeah.
and now they just brought him back because apparently he wasn't doing anything with his life.
I can just imagine, like, when there's a huge change, normally people don't like it and there's controversy and stuff like that. I can just imagine his reaction. He's just like, well, they're actually gonna like me because they hated the other person so much. So, woohoo! No worries here. The AMA could literally be him going, well, I'm not Ellen. And that would be it.
Hello, Reddit. I'm not Ellen Powell. AMA over. Like 200
First question:
gold.
Are you
Drops
Ellen Powell?
mic.
Answer: No. AMA over.
Are you sure you're not Ellen? Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you for your time. We're done here. Now, Reddit, like, hated her. And I mean, I'll say, like, I don't know about any of her policies. Like, I had heard that she had done some stuff that was kind of crap, but, like, she'd also done some stuff that I kind of agreed with. So, I don't know. Like, there was. So, for one, I don't agree with, like, a lot of the way she approached, like, the business and stuff, and firing Victoria was kind of. Is it Victoria? I think it's Victoria.
It's Victoria
Firing-
Taylor.
Yeah, firing Victoria, that seemed like it was a pretty bad move. Like, it just didn't seem smart. There might have been an absolute reason for it. I don't know, but that seemed dumb. I will say, I completely agree with her when she banned all of those really shitty subreddits. r/ like fat people hate and a bunch of
Oh,
other
yeah.
ones.
Like,
I don't understand people's problems with that because I 100% agree with that. Fuck that.
it was like every group that had, like, pretty much just any group that existed for hate speech upon anyone that they.
Yeah.
They stopped those things, and then you got people complaining about it, and I sat
Well,
there and went, that's kind of giving
Yeah.
away that you were a part of that group.
And so there were people who were not a part of that group who didn't like that they got banned, but the understanding that a lot of people don't have is Americans feel very entitled to their freedom of speech,
Mhm.
which Americans should be. We have a very nice system of freedom of speech. We can say what we want without the government persecuting us for it. But that's where it ends. The government. You can be, like, banned on Reddit for saying something really crappy, and do you know why? Because Reddit's a private company.
Yeah. It's
Reddit
not
can
the
do whatever the hell they
government.
want with their user terms of service. So they just also recently banned the subreddit Punchable Faces, which is where you post a picture of someone and you want to punch them in the face. Because Punchable Faces kept posting pictures of Ellen Powell. And so that's a threat on Ellen Powell's life. Or that's a threat against Ellen Powell. So Reddit banned the subreddit. And people are like, you fucking ban Punchable Faces. But at the end of the day, it doesn't matter because fucking Punchable Faces is a mediocre fucking subreddit, and they were posting
Mhm.
pictures of the Reddit CEO saying, "I want to punch her in the face," and
Yeah,
that's just kind of shitty.
the thing with freedom of speech, and I'm probably going to get someone hating on me because of this, who knows? But just because you have freedom of speech doesn't give you full reign to be a dick. Like,
Yeah,
you
no,
know when you're being a dick.
It's you are permitted to say what you want. You are not protected from the consequences of saying what you want,
Yeah.
especially in the case of private companies. I can't go to Toys R Us and start swearing at a bunch of children, and they'll be like, "Sir, you need to stop swearing at 5-year-olds." And I'll be like, "It's my freedom of speech." That's just not how that works. I don't get to just scream obscenities at 5-year-olds, no matter how
Exactly.
much I goddamn want to.
But yeah, it's true. Like, I always hate it when people hide behind, like, they would be hating on something for ages, of being offensive towards someone or something, and it will be something stupid as well. And then they'll say, "Yeah, but it's my freedom of speech. I can say whatever I want."
Yeah,
I'm just
hate
like,
speech
yeah.
is. If I remember right, hate speech I do not believe is protected speech. It might be. I'll have to look at my court case list, but I think you can walk. I forget what the Supreme Court ruled on that. We had a case a long time ago. Re that. But one of the big rulings that we had was like a bunch of Nazis could march in Skokie, Illinois, which was a really Jewish part of Illinois.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, it was bad.
Shit.
They ended up not marching because they got a bunch of bomb threats. Which, as a Jewish person, makes me really happy that a bunch of Jews would call it a bunch of bomb threats, which is the best.
I got the feeling like I'm just glad that didn't happen at all. It didn't even need the bomb threats for it not to happen. It shouldn't have happened at all.
Yeah. No, I agree. I would have been,
But like whenever I've seen like hate speech towards like YouTube comments is a beautiful place for it, and it could be about something stupid. And then you see someone respond back saying something like, shut up, it's just a game or a film or something like this, leave everyone alone. And then they say something like, well, it's my opinion, my freedom of speech, I can say whatever I want. And I'm like,
Yeah.
You do realize that everyone else can also say the same, like, they can say whatever they want too, and they think you're being a dick.
The funny thing about YouTube, the funny thing about YouTube is not like, YouTube is let's just say YouTube's a closed comment section. It's the world's most vile but open public forum for conversation about stupid bullshit.
I do love, like, whenever I feel bad about my life, I sometimes just look through the comments and see what people are complaining about, because I'm like, I've got some problems, but this person's yelling at a Sonic character.
My favorite game to play is when I read the YouTube comments and you start one and it's something like innocuous, like, "Oh, I really like this music, it's great," and then it's got like 89 replies. And you just say, "Well, look, I'm not saying LBJ's foreign policy towards Vietnam was good, but I'm not saying it was as bad as Stalin's 5-year plan."
Yeah, I love seeing those. Like, how did it even get there?
There's just such a disparity between where you began and where you end, and that's why I love it.
It's beautiful sometimes. Sometimes it can be depressing.
Oh, it's so funny to me though.
And sometimes you get those comments like, "Oh, I really enjoy this video because of this, this, and that," or "I really think this video could be better because of this, this, and that." And then the next comment is, "Fuck you, little bitch."
Oh, the best. And I love it. I love it when a fan base can be set off by one word. And this would be the Game Grumps fan base when John had just left, or whatever happened between them. After a few months, people could just say JohnTron in the comment and just leave the comment sections, dropping the mic, and it would have like 300 comments. And it's like, whoa, the person that made the comment probably doesn't even give a fuck. And there's people arguing, and it's like, wow. Oh, it's so easy.
Yeah, no, the Game Grumps fandom, and so people like to make fun of this a lot, but the Game Grumps fandom absolutely has a trigger word that will set them off and will, like, absolutely give them horrible flashbacks to fucking the JonTron era.
Yeah.
It's from Vietnam era, but okay.
1,000-yard stare.
We met as soulmates on Paris Island. That's one for the
Dude.
linked up right there. Billy Joel's "Goodnight Saigon." There you go.
Note that down,
Dude,
Louise.
the expression thousand year stare, is that it?
1,000-yard stare.
Yard.
Wait,
Yard,
what?
Yeah, it's
Like a
1,000
measure
yards.
of
It's like a
distance.
measure of distance. It's how
Oh,
far out you're
1,000
looking.
yard
it's
stare.
like
Mhm.
Yeah, it's like how it's just like the way or the distance you're looking out. Like you're looking at something 1,000 yards away. You're not paying attention to what's happening in front of you.
Man,
It's a front yard.
Yeah,
It's
or front
just-
yard.
it's just so funny.
A
I don't know
1,000-yard
why.
stare.
Yeah.
All right. So what podcast episode is this?
This is
75.
Fuck, 75 milestone.
Podcast episode 75. Luis thinks PTSD is funny.
It's not PTSD.
Yeah, that's
I mean-
PTSD. That goes
That
with
escalated
PTSD.
quickly.
No, I just mean like the expression 1,000-yard stare. Like
the way it
expression's funny.
sounds. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
don't
I
think
took that to a
PTSD is
totally different
funny.
place.
The
My
fuck
bad,
would be
dude.
wrong with me?
My bad, dude. I took that to the wrong place.
Oh man. But yeah, if you have PTSD, you look for help. Seriously.
Yeah. Please contact your local veterans office. They can usually put you through with someone who can help you. We at Shifty Key Podcast mean nothing. No offense to veterans. Thank you for serving our country. Or if you're Tyler or Louise, thank you for serving their country. Or Sonny.
Or if you have PTSD from anything else other than war, you should also look for help.
Yes.
Speaking of triggers, you guys saw that Red vs. Blue PSA?
Like, I'm just saying.
I watched the PSA, and have you ever seen that gif of Grandpa Simpson walking in a room, putting his hat on a rack, turning around in a
Yes.
circle, picking his hat up, and walking out? That was me. I was like, I saw the PSA, and I'm like, this is gonna lead to nowhere good. I'm done. Good
I
night.
just want to say that trigger is now my trigger word because
Really?
No.
It's weird. It sets people off now. It's like a converse. It's like asking people what their opinion of Snape is from Harry Potter. Now, I will preface this: I have never read Harry Potter, so I don't know what Snape did or who Snape is. But I know people are very divisive on the topic of Mr. Snape.
He's either a dickbag or a hero. Yeah.
I do similar things with like animes that I haven't even watched by shipping two characters that I know are in it, and then I just walk
Shut up,
away.
Tyler.
Yeah, I said beforehand, like, oh, Natsu's gonna end up with Lucy, and two people in the podcast started arguing saying no, and I was like, dudes, I just said I hadn't watched it. I have no idea what I'm talking about.
I like
was
that, but
you and you.
the best way to do that for anime is to argue with a Death Note fan about Light Yagami.
Yes.
It's the number one way to set someone off.
Tyler, you didn't say Natsu and Lucy, you said Natsu and Erza.
No, that
know
was
what anime
someone
we're
else's
talking about.
response. I think that's from Fairy Tail, isn't it?
Oh, I don't. Look, I don't
Yeah,
watch
but-
anime. I don't watch
Natsu and
TV.
Lucy, that's a ship that's everywhere. Natsu and Erza is no.
See, I've already started it because you guys are discussing it. I said I know nothing about it.
I pretty much
Tyler,
exclusively
you're-
watch Archer and Rick and Morty, so I don't really watch a lot of TV.
Tyler, you're like the kind of guy who walks into a room, throws in a grenade, and walks away.
No, I'm not. I'm the guy that walks into a room, plants a bomb, and watches.
You
No,
leave the
I don't.
grenade on the table. You don't take the pin off the grenade, but you make everybody notice as you put the grenade on the table. So the option is there. That's the whole thing about you.
No,
You put the option on the table, and that's just even more dangerous than putting the grenade out live.
I like to think that I'm the guy that walks into the room and kicks Luis in the nuts and walks away.
Do you stay
Uh,
in the room to watch as he reacts, or do you go outside and watch through bulletproof glass?
Depends on my mood. I don't know.
I like
This
to
is
think that I'm the guy
rhetorical.
who walks into the room and Tyler's just not there.
The
Miss
rest of us are just the
I'm
guys
sorry,
that are
you
already
guys,
in the room and don't actually walk into it.
Wow,
I-
DJ.
I live in the room. Why are you all in my home?
I would just like to point out that I wouldn't ever enter the room with an explosive of any kind. NSA, if you're listening, you should know that I should be in the corner. not in the middle of the room with anything
I
explosive.
am not in the room. I am at the library reading the Constitution.
That's
I'm
why
an
I said
American.
that I would like to walk into a room and Tyler not be there, because whether it has an explosive, which would be dangerous, or if he's in his corner, which is totally disgusting, full of jizz,
Corner is nice.
it's
Ew.
just not pleasant. So
Yeah.
I hate this.
just kidding, Tyler.
He makes rumors up about my corner when it's supposed to be just a fucking corner.
All I can imagine
Exactly,
is like
a fucking corner. That's exactly what I mean.
all I picture when I hear that you have a corner is just like a small room, or like a
Yeah.
small like side of the building that just only you ever go to for some reason, but it's only ever you, and there's like no girls allowed, but it's like no Luises allowed.
I
In a
think
room,
it's kind of the opposite.
There are
No,
like
I'm
two
joking.
sides, right? No girls allowed, no Luis around.
He just has an anti-Luis barrier, and it's just Micheltello playing 24/7.
Oh God,
yeah.
please no.
It
No.
keeps
It's,
those SpartanSloths out.
in a room with 4 corners, which corner do you pick?
The best one.
And how
mean,
do
all
you
corners
choose who's
are-
the best one?
Theoretically identical.
Well, I go in with the ruler, and I find the one
Maybe
that's
one of
closest to
them
90
is-
degrees.
One of them is in the south wall and is a little bit warmer, so I don't know.
I will
Which do
pick
you
the
pick?
corner closest to
Wait.
Jesus. Sorry.
Oh, Jesus
I
Christ.
just
Exactly, that's where my corner would be. Sorry. I'm
So
joking.
you would be in
Jesus
a corner
Christ.
with Jesus Christ.
so wait,
Yeah,
wait,
Catholic
We would
Church, don't,
chill.
don't
Any of these
excommunicate me, Catholic Church.
corners have hot chicks, free food, and monster trucks?
Probably not.
Ah, fuck it. Why do I think
I'm not gonna fit all that in the corner.
I think
You're
we've-
welcome to try, but
I
don't think the
we've
The
result
been-
is
corner
going to be
is
very
just where
pretty.
2 walls meet each other in an angle. It
But dude, monster
can
trucks.
go endlessly. It can be as big as you want.
We're thinking too much about the corner that I apparently own.
No, not your corner, Tyler.
Any corner.
Is
look at
mine.
me. I am the corner now.
TJ's now the corner.
Oh, TJ, you don't want to do that.
Is Tyler in DJ
Oh
now?
God.
Tyler is now in
TJ,
DJ.
you should change your username to something that is not close to Tyler. Just saying.
Hey, Jim's the only one who ever mixes up our names.
That's a good
No,
point.
she's not the only one.
She?
She?
She.
Exactly.
Who?
Oh,
we talking
I get
about?
the joke.
Yeah. But anyway, I feel like we need to get like a Twitter account to just get quotes of us that are out of context. Because
Use our own account to be honest.
The live Shifty Key podcast Twitter account.
yeah, like because we've just had some very big ones right there, like Tyler is in TJ now and stuff like that. And I'm just like, excuse me.
He's in a better place now inside of TJ.
God.
We should
Would
just
you
start
put-
live tweeting out of context quotes during the recordings.
Would you put the quotes in the descriptions in the YouTube?
No, it's like if it's on Twitter, then it would make like it would already be out there. No one ever checks the description. We've learned this the hard way.
Hey!
What
Don't worry, nobody ever checks
What-
the Twitter either.
what would be the title for this episode?
Probably Lucifer and Greek gods. I don't know. Oh,
A corner, a biography on Tyler's life.
Lucifer, good guy? I don't know.
no. That's something that I guess we can discuss for a brief second. I'm redesigning the thumbnails and giving everything new names, so then everyone can find what was on each episode.
Yeah, there you
Yeah,
go.
it's simple.
Um,
Yeah.
With all of this power, does it corrupt you?
Definitely.
Absolute power corrupts absolutely.
I got a
So-
different quote of that, but I believe the exact same thing that DaCuban said.
Any that power
Check the
corrupts you,
description, is that okay?
Is it-
I mean, the chat.
power corrupts you.
No,
Is it always one of the 7 sins that that you?
It's not
go
one of the
to?
7 sins.
No, but
Absolute power is not one of the 7 sins. It's just kind of like a
No,
little
no, but
side sin.
if you get corrupted by
Actually, it's a
power,
book by David Baldacci.
you follow always one of the 7 sins.
Everyone
mean-
has a part of that.
You
It's
get
too much of it that
either
will kill you.
lazy or you get really angry because you have too much power, or you get really prideful because you have too much power.
Okay. Oh, you can go first.
I was
Sorry.
gonna say, on a far less philosophical note, does anyone know the blog "Is Fallout 4 Out Yet"?
No.
It's a blog called "Is
Um,
Fallout 4 Out Yet," and they count down the days until Fallout 4. So they started counting when Fallout New Vegas came out. So they just hit day 1000 of
Hooray!
Fallout 4 not being released, but day 122 until Fallout 4 is released.
Wow.
So
That's a milestone.
someone has a lot of free time. That's all I'm getting at here.
I mean,
that's a lot of dedication.
How
So
hard is
you-
it to
you
just
know-
post up a blog like that, though? Because it sounds like it's 2 seconds work.
I mean, you just
Yeah,
go
it's really
through and
easy.
you get like a template and you just type in everything. Although apparently Kotaku has featured his blog before, so he gets a lot of like questions and asks and all that.
What are they expecting?
Well, I imagine that has to get pretty depressing after a while. Like every day
Yeah.
he wakes up, he's like, "Is Fallout 4 out yet?"
Nope.
No. God
think-
damn it.
It's going to be more depressing when it comes out, because then it's like, well, now what? Start again.
The
For
day it comes
5.
out, "Is Fallout 4 out yet?" Yep.
Minus
Just
1
Fallout
day
5
since
hard.
Fallout 4 came out.
He's just gonna change the name of the blog after Fallout 4 comes out. Is Fallout
Yeah.
5 out yet?
But it would be depressing to start again. If they were planning to. I have a segue for the questions, because we were talking about the 7 sins earlier. What sin can you relate to the most
Pride.
out of the 7? Yours is pride?
Yes.
So let's give Sonny nothing else to be proud of, otherwise it will kill him.
Because it's because when I know, because power corrupts, I know that I always go to prideful. I never go to any of the other sins. I always go to prideful
But
when I
doesn't
get power.
power and pride can go hand in hand?
Yes, exactly.
Oh, okay, I see your point. So you would be willing... Never mind.
I'm definitely a wrath kind of guy. Definitely a screaming kind of person.
I
I take
guess
pride
that's-
in snubbing your wrath.
Okay, you know what? I'm gonna
Oh,
just fucking
shit.
kill you. I'm just gonna fucking kill you.
There's the ref.
I take pride in the fact that I cannot be killed by you.
Oh,
I'm gonna
Them's
gut
fighting
you like a
words.
trout.
Wow.
fight.
So,
fight,
can I eat the
kiss,
trout?
kiss, kiss.
Yes, you can eat the
'Cause-
theoretical Sonny trout.
Okay. Because yeah, I think I don't know. It's not that I identify myself closest to that one, but
Oh,
Can't
gluttony.
imagine
Out of-
what you identify
out of all
as.
those,
Is
I
it sloth?
guess. No, I guess it'll be gluttony. And it's funny because like I'm gonna sound like
Spider-Glutton.
such a fucking dick right now, but like I'm in good shape, but still I like eating. So
Are you proud
Yeah.
of the fact that you're in good shape?
I mean I'm happy with myself.
I think
Yeah, there you
mine, it would probably, this would be unusual, sloth.
Sloth.
Because-
Yeah, I was very
What?
torn between sloth and wrath, and I realized I get a lot
Hmm.
angrier than I do, a lot slower.
So like you want to kill people, but you're too lazy to do that.
No,
Yeah, it's the perpetual issue of I'm too lazy just to chop up the body.
with me
Yes,
and
it's really expensive.
with me and sloth, it's just like I'm not lazy all the time, but there are little bits, like little times where I'm like, I don't want to do any university work. You know,
Mm-hmm.
I would still try to fucking do it, but there are a lot of times where I'm just like, I could literally do nothing. Sometimes I can't do university work because I'm stressed out and I can't actually focus, but a lot of the other times I feel like I procrastinate a lot, you know.
Yeah,
So-
no, I feel
Yeah.
that. I did model UN and model NATO and all that stuff for a while. And the problem was I would get my dog just forced her way into my room by knocking
Aw.
over my door. I would get very angry with people, and the running issue was I was like Yemen for 2 weeks. And that sucks because if you don't know what happened in Yemen, their government got overthrown by the Houthi rebels. Huge problem, by the way. Terrible affair. Anyway, I was Yemen, and I kept getting angry at people because they'd be like, we'll solve your problem later, Yemen. And I'm like, solve Yemen's problem now. Yemen doesn't have time for this.
I think with mine though, I think I'm being a bit harsh on myself because I think everybody procrastinates something in their life, you know?
I procrastinate literally everything in my life.
Yeah. Honestly, I would probably have to go with Tyler. I'm probably Sloth too. I mean, I waited till last night I guess this morning at like 3 a.m. to finally download last week's podcast.
You
Nice.
did. And I asked twice for you to get that. I feel kind of bad saying like I would put off my university work. That's kind of a poor example because I would also put off like hobbies that I've got, like, oh, I want to write a song, but I'm not going to do it today. And it's like, why am I not doing it today? I'm doing literally nothing today.
Well, I'm like an ordered procrastinator because I'll like plan ahead exactly how much time I think I need to do something. So I'll be like, I will literally wait till the last second possible to do something.
Oh, what am I saying?
Here's the running problem with that for me is I do that, and I'll be like, yep, okay, so I can get 6 hours in of computer time, and then I'll just write this essay for the rest of the night. And I will be like, I'll start writing my essay at 6 p.m. And then I don't write the essay till midnight.
Yeah. What am I saying?
Like,
I
can get another hour out of this.
Yeah, no, I was like, this won't take that long. And then I read it at midnight, and then I skipped the next class the next day because I'm very tired and all that chat.
And I mean, Tyler said that maybe he's being too hard on himself, but then again, it's kind of like what I said. Like, for example, of the gluttony. It's not that I'm eating every waking second, but it's what would be closer, you know.
In that case, actually,
Because
I might change mine to lust. I apologize.
Oh, okay. All right.
Oh my.
Sorry.
He has his picture of Vincent Valentine just on the table. Lust.
Remember, Tyler, 49 no's and a yes is still a yes.
No, not like that. Jesus Christ, that's bad.
Man, I was just making a joke about him liking a Final Fantasy character. That got dark, TJ.
I can't wait for the remake, though, in all honesty.
It looks cool. Not buying a PS4 for it, but, it looks neat.
Tyler and the HD remakes, if you know what I mean.
Hey, I'm not the only one excited to see Tifa Lockhart in HD, because apparently half the YouTube comment section doesn't realise that there's a film out with her in HD in beautiful graphics.
We've been through that already, Tyler.
Well, they would rather watch it in
funny.
HD. They're not used to seeing her in HD.
No, but the film is...
No,
no, I was gonna say, what I want to see in HD is that like really gay club.
The Honeybee Inn?
Yeah.
The Don Corneo. They must cut that. I'm
Tyler
sure
knows
they
it
are.
very well.
Well, funny story for those that don't know. Me, Darkside89X, and Gaff were trying to complete that game 100% and trying to race each other to see who could do it first.
Who
And
gets
all of
to the
us-
gay bar first? Yay!
No, it was to complete the whole game. I technically won, but my laptop crashed right on the final boss.
Oh, no.
I got journals about it. I was so upset. But we all named our characters people from the community in Rooster Teeth that we knew. And that particular location was a fucking nightmare because apparently all of them said, yeah, Cloud is Tyler for me. And I'm like, fuck. They're going to have to do the Don Corneo bit where he has to cross-dress as a girl. It's not a fun image.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Gaff named me after one of those.
Gaff
Cheers,
dies
Gaff.
in mine. Gaff was Aerith. I did not think
Damn,
that through.
Tyler, that's cold.
I was like, you do remind me of Aerith, and, you like flowers? So I'm going to make you Aerith. And she dies halfway through, and I'm like, that was a really bad idea. That's a really bad idea. I think, Luis, you were also in mine.
Oh, thank you. Do you remember
Maybe.
who it was?
I think he might have been Vincent.
Vincent is the guy with the red coat.
No, that was Linkson for mine for some reason. I don't know why.
Hold on, I gotta
Links.
try
That
to
was links for
remember.
you.
Vincent was Lynx, yeah. Actually, I think I'm getting confused. I really wish I still had the save file. I think actually he might have been Red 13 because the name Lynx works
No, wait,
for
Tyler.
the Tiger. Tiger, fuck, not Tiger.
I mean,
Yeah.
I personally think my favorite character is the guy who's basically Matthew McConaughey. I've never played Final Fantasy VII.
Alright.
Yeah, no. The dude was it Sid, I think?
Yeah, Sid.
He's basically Matthew McConaughey.
Man. I would recommend before the remake comes out for everyone to play Final Fantasy VII again, just to embrace how fucked up it is at some points.
Now, how about we talk about a Final Fantasy series that should never end? Final Fantasy 13, Lightning Returns, Lightning Returns 2, Thunderstruck,
Fuck.
Lightning Returns again.
Hell's Bells
The
and Final
Revengeance.
Fantasy 13. You shook me all night long.
Shoot to thrill, Final Fantasy 13. I hate Final Fantasy 13. I really don't like Lightning. I
Mhm.
don't know why, but I really do not like Lightning.
I just didn't like
Tyler.
the first one. Yeah, what's up?
Check the chat.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
curious
Vincent.
now. Is that the guy? Yeah,
Yeah.
you and Gav chose the same guy for me.
I can't remember who was Barrett for me.
I kind of want to know why now, like the common factor, but okay.
I don't know. I think it was mainly because it was like no one else kind of fit the personality.
Oh well, Gav had a reason. Tyler, why are you such a bad friend?
I'm kind of curious. What was her reason?
I'm gonna check here. Hold on.
Oh, let's just check for messages that were sent fucking last year.
I might be mistaken. Oh no, it wasn't her journal, I guess.
It might have been. Anywho, yeah, Final Fantasy 13 for me, I just didn't like the gameplay of it because it was like, it was entirely linear, but I just hated that you could just button mash A all the way through it to win. And I know people are probably going to say on the older games you could do that as well, but you kind of had to level up first. You didn't just sit there going, auto battle, it takes me out of the game completely. You might as well not be there. It's pretty silly.
Oh wow, so Tyler, you really gotta step up your game.
Well, with Final Fantasy 13, you don't have any game to step up. Luis, you could literally tap one button and complete half of it.
Oh no, I mean like the naming your characters thing.
Oh, sorry. I think we kind of separated where we were going in topics.
Yeah, go on.
What do you mean, go on?
No,
Go
just
on.
talk about stuff.
You're
Just talk
saying
about whatever.
something.
Oh, I was saying something. I was talking about motorboat noises, apparently. TJ, what do you want to talk about?
So you were talking about
Um,
boobs, and now you're talking about TJ. Okay.
I was talking about...
Are you saying I have
Never mind.
boobs? That hurts, Tyler.
Well, it shouldn't hurt.
Well-
It should be a massive compliment.
I mean, it's not wrong.
Is it massive?
Depends. Have we just got really distracted now? Because I'm kind of waiting for the
guess.
questions.
Yes. Okay, so you guys want to do
So-
some questions?
Yeah, sure.
Mhm.
Questions alarm.
Thanks, honey.
That's the sound of the police.
Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Questions.
Nice.
Hmm.
So, this one was sent by Dr. Sparks, and she asked, "Did you ever have to wait for the bathroom in the morning?"
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I have two other siblings. Getting up for the bathroom. So, where I go to school, we have to get up for school at about. I have to get up at about 6 in the morning. Oh, this was for high school. I had to get up at about 6 in the morning. Because that's when high school started. So, my brother and I, for 1 year, we were at the same high school because my brother is 3 years younger than me. And basically, he So at that point, I was a senior. You would have imagined I would have been able to get up early. Nah, not at all. I'm terrible about getting up early.
It gets worse and worse the later you get in high school.
Oh yeah, no, I'm an absolute night owl. Which is mostly why most of my college classes next semester don't start until like 2 in the afternoon, and they go till like 8. But I'm like a night owl, so that's not a big issue for me, you know. My brother, on the other hand, is early to rise, but my brother takes after my dad in the fact that he's slow as all hell. And I take after my mother in the fact that I'm incredibly impatient. So I hated having to wait for my brother to just fucking like wash his face and powder his nose and do all his stupid bathroom shit. But I had to like sit here and like wait, and we were always late. And he's like, "It's because you get up late." And I'm like, "No, it's because you fucking take a long time to pee." But I hated that. It's the worst.
Yeah, it can suck.
You know, you mentioned school, and I was gonna say no because I was thinking about just home. But I had to wait sometimes, like the cleaning ladies were, cleaning the thing. And I'm saying cleaning ladies because there are ladies. And so I had to wait for like it. That would be early in the morning, like before the class would start. And I was like, well, okay, I better get it all out of my system before I need to just interrupt class and leave and shit. Not literally end shit. Anyway. And so I would go there, all like, yes, I'm going to use the bathroom. And oh no, they're cleaning. So it would be like somewhere around 30 minutes to go back there. But sometimes it would take longer because, like, for reasons, no good reason at all, it would just take longer. And it's just the days that I really had to go was like, oh my god, just please hurry up before I go in the garden.
Before
yeah.
I have to literally open up a window.
Yeah.
I forget who it was, but I had heard it recently. Just someone I know was telling me about how long it took their grandfather to go to the bathroom. But then he found out that his grandfather usually just falls asleep on the toilet.
That would be the worst to wait for.
Mm-hmm. He's like, I legitimately thought he died in the bathroom. I was very worried. I was like, Jesus Christ.
I used to wait a little while because, I got a relatively big family, but it's not really been an issue that I remember anymore because it's like, in my childhood it would have affected me, but
now?
Nowadays, well, as of right now, I live on my own, and when I go back to my hometown, like, most of my siblings have either moved out or we've kind of got the timing down where it's like, okay, no one's in the bathroom at this time, so I know when I'm going.
Mm-hmm. How many siblings do you have?
I have got, including myself, there's 6 of us.
Ow, that's a big family.
Yeah, I've seen bigger.
Yeah, that's true.
Well.
Fucking hell, Luis, that's my entire family you're talking about, and you decide to go bow chicka bow wow.
Oh, you were talking about your family. I just drifted off from the conversation. I came back to you saying everything bigger.
Wow, way
Sorry
to pay
about
attention.
Yeah, this is
sorry.
your fucking podcast. You're
You are the
hosting
host,
it.
good sir.
Dude, my sister was talking to me in the background. What do you want me to do?
You have
I've
the
been playing
responsibilities.
sister.
I've been playing Destiny
she's not
all
here
the time
anymore.
I've been talking, so you gotta
Yeah,
step
you
up your
have.
game.
See?
I'm sorry for your loss.
He's a sheriff.
No, wait,
Go talk
Luis,
shit to him.
Luis, here's the
Yeah, I'm the
difference.
sheriff.
He may be a sheriff, but he's an honorary guest. He's allowed to do that. You're the fucking
Tyler,
host.
for fuck's sakes, you always pull this shit on me whenever someone talks to me in the background.
Because you're supposed to pay attention to us.
I already apologize for the
Not
Bow Chicka
enough.
Bow joke.
Weren't we taking
Okay.
questions?
I apologize
we are.
again.
TJ, you haven't answered it yet, have you? Sorry about that.
Well, it always sucks when you actually have 2 bathrooms in your house and you always seem to find them both filled with people.
So, like, anytime you need to go, they're always
Or,
on lockdown.
Yeah, pretty much.
You're in the bathroom and then your brother walks in with black pepper.
No, that was in the kitchen.
Oh, it was in the
God.
kitchen that he... Okay.
Yeah, but
Way to make an inside
actually,
joke.
something kind of frustrating happened over this past summer. I'm taking summer college classes, and it was like a 10 a.m. class, so I liked being able to wake up late, and it seemed like I don't like to take showers at night anymore because I usually stay up till like 4 in the morning or something, and I'm too tired by the time, so I'll take morning showers. And for 3 weeks straight out of my 6-week class, it seemed like every day that I would wake up, I'd be like, okay, I'll take a shower today. Get up. It's like, okay, there are people in every fucking bathroom. For some reason, they decide to take showers at 10 a.m. when I'm the one who gets. I'm the freaking lazy college student who's supposed to wake up in the afternoon. And they're freaking using the showers.
You know what? I have that problem where at my university, on my floor of the dorm, there were 4 floors per side of the dorm, and there were 2 like connected dorms. My problem was there was only one shower that was any good, that
Yeah.
had any water pressure to it. And I go to school in Boston, and in the winter in Boston, it gets really cold, and there's lots of snow.
Really? I
Yeah,
would never have imagined.
Oh yeah. So basically, what that meant for us was if I was not in the good shower, I was freezing my ass off
Ugh.
because I was
Ow.
ass naked, just standing there with like a dribble of water. I was like, "This is like Guantanamo Bay." So basically, what I just figured out was, I have to get to that shower at a certain time to make sure I get it, and it's like the good shower. And if no one was there, I'd just be like, "Fucking whatever. I'll just sit here and wait for the fucking good shower to open up."
Aw.
There are like 4 open showers, but there's just this huge line waiting for one.
Oh yeah, that's the worst.
Like, I'm having the opposite problem with my showers at the moment. Well, my shower that I have on my own, it's got like 2 different pressure levels. One's for like, I don't know, warm, cold, whatever. And it's got to the stage where one of the buttons have broken, so it's always like borderline boiling. It's so annoying because you have to like have your thumb pushed against this button, pushing it into the machine, trying to get it cold. Because it's in the middle of the summer over here. You don't want a fucking steamy shower, you know? And it can be very fucking awkward. I wish I could figure out how to fix that. But,
Wait, you actually take cold showers in the summer?
Yeah, I prefer them because I've never been a person to have hot showers. I don't know why.
That's weird.
I prefer cold
I
stuff.
literally live in Florida. It's 100 degrees outside, and I can't take a cold shower.
I take cold showers. Maybe it's to do with the lust sin. The lust sin. Who knows?
All I ever picture you as is Judge Frollo from Hunchback of Notre Dame. Just constantly like having these problems.
Yeah. By the way, the whole time we were talking, Sonny and Luis have been doing a very good job of distracting me with the text chat in this fucking podcast.
Hey, we're talking in the background and you're being distracted?
Yeah.
Wow, Tyler, how dare you?
No, mainly because
He's not
you
the
guys... yeah.
Oh,
there
go
it is
yourself.
again. There it is again.
Anyway.
Well,
To be
let's do
fair,
another
Luis, you
question.
pulled that card in the beginning of the podcast.
He did.
Did I? Oh, yeah, I did.
Yeah, you
Pulled the
did.
host card.
As soon as you said you were host, I was like, oh, that's right, I'm going to get him.
Got my plan.
Bash
All right, what's the next
Ballard.
question?
Please. All right, next question. This one was sent by Stuart MC, and he asked, if you had to team up with one member of the podcast in a zombie apocalypse scenario, who would it be and why?
In this particular podcast?
I guess so.
DaCuban.
Yeah, no, I was about to say Tyler. You got like a bunch of weave swords and shit, and that'd be awesome. They're
Team
silent. They
time!
kill zombies well. Yeah. Plus, we have like the same first name, so it pretty much works.
I think we got the same middle name as well, just in a weird way.
Is it? What's your middle name?
George.
Mine's Maxwell, so not even close.
Oh, I can't remember who it was. Someone said that someone in the admins has a similar name, but it's like Jorge or something. I don't know.
Jorge, God. The only 2 people on the admins who are... Let me think. Let me look at the admin team right now. Yeah, no. The only ones of the admin team right now who are even mildly Hispanic are me and Michelle, so me and Warpeck. But that's because my dad is Cuban, and I think, I want to say Michelle's mom is Mexican? But that's the only way we're even mildly Hispanic. So I don't know what Michelle's middle name is, but I think it's Christine.
I can't imagine it's Jorge.
No, I don't think it's Jorge.
I don't know
Michelle
where I got
Jorge.
that from, then I must have been incredibly confused with somebody else.
But dude, like the Spanish pronunciation of George, which is Jorge, it's awesome.
Mm-hmm. My brother's middle name is James, and he's named after one of our Cuban relatives. Except I don't know if we have a Cuban relative named like Jaime or something. They're all
Jaimes?
Guillermos.
Ah,
They're all Guillermos. So I think my brother's just named after some British king.
yay!
We're not English.
Difficult to say. I mean, Sonny, you're like an engineer or something like that, right?
Yes.
Okay, so I'll probably pair up with Sony.
Wow, fuck you.
Wait, no, wait, we have to go in turns. Like,
I guess
Sonny
I'm by
hasn't
myself.
picked yet.
Oh,
Well,
wait.
myself.
I'm a lone wolf.
Don't wanna be.
I mean, Sonny can still pick other people, and you know,
Yeah.
you too, TJ.
I know in the zombie apocalypse I can take care of myself. So would I even team is the question.
Oh, so you
Yeah, see,
didn't
I was
trust
gonna
any of us?
I was gonna say, TJ, you live in Florida, man. You probably have the best like hope of surviving this apocalypse really well because Florida's a weird state.
Just by fact of being in Florida, it just kind of
Yeah.
rubs off through osmosis.
Yeah. Like the zombies start attacking, and you're like, all right, this is like when Mr. Johnson got real high on meth and started attacking everybody. I can do this.
Yeah, it's like zombies. We've had those for like 3 years now. Where have you guys been?
Florida's been surviving real well. Although my favorite thing was when that one, remember that a couple years ago when that homeless dude ate that other dude's face,
Oh
He was on
god, the
bath salts.
sensing, yeah.
and everyone thought it was because he was a zombie, or some people thought it was because he was a zombie. I was thinking to myself, now the best place for the zombie apocalypse to start is in Miami, because it'll never make it past the Florida-Georgia line, because there's gonna be like a line, like a whole cavalry unit of like rednecks just sitting there in their pickup trucks, like, no damn zombies getting across my line. I'm just gonna fucking eat my wife now, man. Fuck.
No,
The only one gets to eat my wife
America.
is me. That's all you ever hear. That would be the end of it. Fucking, it would end it would end there, and like, I'm sorry to like Tallahassee or something that gets eaten, but like, that's where it's over. It just ends. And like, so like World War Z is all because China couldn't contain an outbreak, but fucking America contains an outbreak in 2 hours.
on top of that, like all the freaking wildlife in Florida would just eat the massive horde of zombies as they try and go north.
Yeah. They wouldn't make it past the alligators.
Yeah.
Wait,
Alligator Alley, no problem.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
now that I think of it, for example, I mean, yes, there's the whole thing of TJ's geographical location, and but there's also the fact that TJ is an experienced LARPer, and he has control like Mongolians and stuff. So, and also high schoolers, which is even more impressive. So I think TJ's odds of survival in a zombie apocalypse are
Well, I
pretty
just
damn
want
high.
to point out the same situation that you're talking about. I got tackled by said high schoolers and killed by Genghis Khan.
That is true.
All right, so yeah, I was sticking with Sonny. Because you know,
Wow.
Sonny can build. Here's the thing: Sonny can build shit, and then I can just, you know, provide the emotional support and try to keep us all sane. Just saying.
I'm going to be
But
purely
TJ,
harsh on...
you could control an army of zombies to attack other zombies. That's also
Yeah, I'm
pretty
just gonna
badass.
I'm just gonna dress like a zombie. Like I'll wear a dead zombie skin and just like lead the army of zombies into your camps,
Or
That's my
you
and then
plan
just
to be
raid
the-
you guys for supplies.
or can
You
lead
dick.
high schoolers against zombies.
I'm going to be
Yeah,
harsh on
it's
Sonny
better.
here. Sonny, you have to pick someone. Who would you
Yeah.
pick?
Well,
Oh,
if
yeah,
I
go on.
really had to pick someone, I mean, Louis said that he would support my mental state. If there was a girl on this podcast, I would definitely pick her.
Oh, I see how
Because
it
of
is.
But seeing
The old
as
repopulation
well,
method.
What a
Who
gentleman,
would-
am I right, ladies?
Who would I pick to keep up my mental state? That's the question, really. And I have to pick only one. Well, seeing as I already have one volunteer, I'll pick Luis.
There you go.
Hey, cheers, Sonny.
Okay, so now, TJ, who would you pick out of the 4 people that didn't pick you and decided to pick each other?
Nothing personal, TJ.
No, I completely understand.
You're also a strong candidate.
I completely understand as he leads more zombies to your home.
That's a
I'm
very
not
nice
bitter at
camp
all
you
as
have
he
there.
kicks down your door.
TJ teams up with the zombies.
Yeah.
Yeah, I let myself get bitten so I can kill all you guys.
See, that's why we didn't pick you.
Someone's bitter.
I'm gonna change
I'm
my
not a
answer.
bitter, I'm a
Which
fighter.
one of you can run really fast, but just a little bit slower than me?
Nah.
Wait. I was
He's
about to
asking who he
answer that
can trip.
seriously.
You know you're gonna need multiple people for that, right? you only
Yeah,
get to
a
trip
new team
everybody
member
once.
every time.
that trick only works once.
Yeah, that only works once. Look, I've watched Walking Dead. I know how that works.
God.
Well, I
Can't shoot
thought
the
how
dude.
Walking Dead worked is everybody just kind of sits there while they're getting eaten by zombies. It's like,
Well,
oh no,
yeah, and
they're
then
walkers.
and then Rick yells, "Carl!"
They're walkers. Literally, all we need to do is have a slightly faster pace than them to survive.
It's like the Resident Evil way of doing it. Just walk around, not even panicked.
Wesker's there for some reason.
I think that's the only reason why they brought in stuff like, you know, the Wesker side of the story and the lickers. I can't remember what they're called, because everything else is very easy to avoid.
Mm-hmm. The big guy's a little tough, but
Nemesis, that game was actually very impressive for me because you kind of forget that he's there and then he'll bust down the wall and you're like, oh fuck, he's still in this game and he's still chasing me. Shit, son.
God damn it.
If I could team up with anyone on the zombie apocalypse, it would probably be Nemesis.
There you go.
So,
Well, see,
Nemesis, I know you're trying to kill us all, but you want to be buddies?
What do you bring to the table? A sharp wit and an ability to carry things. You're in.
I have a lot of charisma.
Charisma 20.
So, TJ, considering the teams that are aligned are, you know, Sonny and SpartanSloth for Team S and DaCuban and me, I guess, Team Tyler.
Hey, Team S. What are you trying to imply about our S?
Your name starts with S. You
Oh,
It
said
would
ass.
obviously be Team Sonny and not Team S.
TJ.
Team
TJ.
Sonny.
Rifts
TJ.
are already beginning to form.
TJ, who do you think would survive the longest?
Honestly, I'd probably go with Tyler and Cuban because you know
Yeah.
Cuban's literally wrath.
That's true.
Honestly, like every time when we were talking about that, I spent so much time watching Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood lately.
Oh, yeah.
All I can think is like, oh, wrath, envy, yay.
Oh,
When
now I
when
want
the
to change
zombie
mine.
apocalypse finally comes and we're gonna prove you wrong, I'm gonna be so proud of that.
I want to change mine to
Yeah.
Greed now because he was pretty awesome in that anime.
Although to be honest, in a zombie apocalypse situation, I wouldn't want to pair off with one person. I would want to start. I'd be like, you guys would be the guys fighting each other, and I'd be like, what the fuck is wrong with you guys? We need to start like a whole colony thing.
We would be a full team if it was like if we were in the same town and that shit was going down. I'm sure we would find each other.
Oh, yeah.
We
Like-
obviously have to pick a group. We really trust each other because if there's no trust, it's going to split the group
So
eventually.
that's exactly why I would kill off Luis first and say, right,
Hey!
now I trust everybody. I'm sorry, man, it's your fault.
Tyler, despite all the jokes and stuff, you do realize we're friends, right? Or at least I consider you as one.
I
Wow.
consider you as a
little
friend.
bitch.
He just doesn't
But-
trust you.
Okay. Yeah, see, no, I'd be like, yes, I trust all of you. By the way, where are the guns? And then, like, in the middle of the night, you're gonna wake up, but you won't wake up because I'll have shot you.
Wow.
I would just be in the room closest to the guns at all point.
in the corner.
In the corner.
The thing is, I don't trust anyone completely. I'll trust you enough not to kill me in my sleep, but I won't trust you with anything else.
God, I can't trust anyone in this room to play Town of Salem with me. Can you imagine a zombie apocalypse?
Tyler, it's a competitive situation. Like, if we were to group up, like, say it happened and we're all in the same city, we managed to find each other. It's like, dude, at least for me, of course, we're gonna try to stick together and survive. It's not like, oh yeah, but did you murder the villager? Like, no, it's not the same context.
My favorite Town of Salem, just on the context of Town of Salem, not on the context of me shooting you all in the heads and taking your supplies. In Town of Salem, yeah, no problem there, buddy. My favorite time in Town of Salem I've ever had was we were playing and we did like a themed round, and the theme was robots. So everyone was a robot, so I was Legion from Mass Effect, and at the very end, it was just me and Johnny Five left. It was me, Johnny Five, and I want to say Space Corps. I forget who it was actually, but it was me, and I was there, and there was like 3 of us, and I figured out who it was, and I knew who I was going to kill, and I basically said, this construct has one query for yours. Are you certain that I discharged 5 rounds, or have I discharged 6? Do you feel a sense of fortuitousness? And they're like, what? And I said, do you feel lucky, punk? I really dislike Clint Eastwood, but I love quoting Dirty Harry, so that was fun. Yeah. But I love Town of Salem. I actually backed them on Kickstarter. I don't know what that gets me, but I backed them on Kickstarter.
I keep on playing under the same name. I think Sonny's bumped into me when I've been playing as the same name. I built up such a poor reputation on that game.
What happens?
Well, I keep on using the same name, and some people would find me in another game and go, oh, fuck no, not you again, because there have been a few times where I've won as the Mafia.
Oh, God.
Like, in the Mafia, I can be very clever. There was one particular round where someone left. I fucking hate that, especially when they're in the Mafia. Someone left immediately, leaving me and the mafioso, and someone killed the mafioso immediately. So after night 1, it was just me on my own.
That's the worst.
I managed this heroic comeback and managed to win.
As heroic as the Mafia can be.
Yeah. It was really funny because there was a pivotal point where someone says, right, either this person or this person is the sheriff. Post your wills now, and it just so happened that I had a sheriff's will that was fake, and I was like, bingo, copy, paste, bam. They hung the other person and somehow completely forgot about
Tyler
me.
using cheats.
That's a fucking good idea, though. And it was just... No, I remember why they didn't hang me. It's because I kept 2 of the jesters alive. So the town was outnumbered. I just managed to get through the rest of the town easy. But ever since like shit like that happens and other stories on the game, anytime someone sees the character touch Fluffy Tail, they seem to kill them immediately if they bump into them. I always use that.
Tail.
It's a Ken Ashcorp song and a reference to a video game.
Of course, buddy, of course.
Do you want me to link it?
No, I believe in you. I'm saying, of course.
Yeah, see, Tyler, this is why I won't trust you in the zombie apocalypse.
But you see, the distrust comes from you. I'm just saying, okay, I trust you, Tyler. I know this is a reference to whatever you just said. I believe in you.
I'm sure you do.
Even if there was a little bit of contempt in my voice.
There was a lot of contempt in your voice, though.
I'm just messing with you, buddy. Right, so I think we should wrap this up. We're nearing our limit time. Cuban or Sonny, you guys want to fight to the death?
Yes, yes, I will.
And ask a question for our audience.
Okay, yeah, sure. I have a question for the audience. Good. So to the audience, for Americans and non-Americans, if you were running for president tomorrow, what would you promise and what would your slogan be?
The truth and nothing but the truth.
And
There you
often
go.
nothing but the truth.
But
If you elect me, I'll tell you all about Area 51.
I think
Oh, no,
that's
no, no.
illegal.
My slogan would be burst, burst, burst,
Oh, God.
swag. That's it. That would be my slogan.
Has there ever been an election where a candidate has received no votes before?
I'm sure.
There are people. Yeah. There was one candidate who ran against Ronald Reagan. I want to say. I think it was Walter Mondale.
Oh gosh.
I want to say it was Walter Mondale. But he only won one state. Of all of them. Yeah, he only ended up winning one state. For reference, the only state he won. So this was against Ronald Reagan, 1984 election. He only won his home state of Minnesota. Every other state in the country, 49 other states, voted for Ronald Reagan.
And the one that he got a bloody vote in was kind of the home advantage anyway. So
Yeah.
It doesn't really count, does it?
Yeah, so Reagan smashed him in the electoral victory, but they were actually only about 10 million off in the regular popular vote.
Damn.
Also, just as a reminder for future Louise, Tyler sent a link to the Touch Fluffy Tail thing from YouTube, the song. Put it on the link shitter. Also, You're looking good today.
Is that a thing to yourself? A little note to yourself?
Yeah, I realized that there are some stuff I forget to put on the link shitter, and since I started doing this like note to future Louise, I have been remembering them. So
That's a good point.
All
Yeah.
right. Nice.
All right then.
We're
So
good.
everyone, thank you so much for listening. Cuban, Sonny, thank you so much for being with us today.
Anytime.
Good to be here.
And don't forget to listen to the outro to find out how to interact with us. And until next week,
Don't touch my fluffy tail.
Yeah, I was gonna say something like that. So yeah, until next week, don't touch Tyler's fluffy tail. I would not advise
mine.
that at all. And it's
Leave it
probably
alone.
disgusting. Bye.
Bestiality.
I'm not a furry, but I'm saying you can't touch it.
Bestiality alarm.
Thanks for listening to the Shifty Key Podcast. The intro and outro music is provided to us by our editor, TDBTyler. To get more involved with the Shifty Key Podcast, you can answer the questions for the audience asked by our guests, or even ask the cast a question of your very own, either here in the YouTube comments or in our Rooster Teeth group. To keep updated with this channel's shenanigans, you can follow us on Twitter, join and watch our group on Rooster Teeth, or simply subscribe. All links will be in the description. Until next week, goodbye.
Fuck.
Sonny88p, an alarm for every occasion.
Whoop, whoop. That's the sound of the beast. Whoop, whoop. That's the sound of the beast. Die every time.
Jeez.